Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox video, and today we're going to be making a solar system around a cold star. This is what I've never tried this. I mean, we did put a cold star briefly in our previous system that we built around Stephenson or Stevenson, however you want to call it. We put one around that, but we never really put any planets around it. I don't actually fully understand how these cold stars fully work yet. So without further ado, let's get into this. So we're going to go new simulation and then stars. What star do we want to use? I'm going to go for a completely fresh random main sequence. So let's just go with that, I guess. Just a fresh star. We can also make it bigger if we want. I will make it only 2 Jupiters in radius. It's a little bigger. So mass, I guess we can make it bigger. So we'll go with fairly large. That's larger than the sun. It's larger than Alpha Centauri A. So it's a fairly nice size star there. Okay, so let's just let that sort itself out. Right, now luminosity 7 sun. So if I click this, so there we go. There's our cold star. Right. And then colours, I guess I'll give it a little custom shade as well. I mean, cold star, I want to go blue. Definitely some sort of nice blue shade or something. What do you think of that? Does that look good for a cold star? Well, you can't really put them in green. That's weird. Right. Yeah, so just a nice shade of blue there. Looking good. Interface, we'll go with a nice, just light blue sort of shade as well. So there you go. So there's our blue or cold star. So we'll just call it cold star. Like so. Okay. Luminosity -7 now. Alright, okay. Enter. Where's our star gone? Star? Can I select that? There we go. Right. They look really cool, the visual on these. They do look interesting, don't they? So, right, zones. Does it have any... Oh, so it does have a zone. Right, does that change when it's... So if I do magic... Okay, so that stays the same. So that's what it looks like normally. But yeah, that stays the same. Because obviously the luminosity doesn't change. It just becomes positive or negative -7. So... if I put any object in this zone, it will make it extra cold, I think. So, right, let's try this out. Right, what we're going to use. So, what I'll do is I'll go with just a fresh... Or I could use one of the... Actually, I could use an object from a template, actually, and just let it freeze up, because it would freeze. I want to use a rocky planet with oceans. So, what I'll do is I'll use my Pascal, for instance. Let's place that in. We've got no limitations on colour, so I'm going to put that around 1 AU, 1.03 AU. Right, so normally this planet would probably get completely scorched at this range from a star like that. I'm guessing, from 7 AU. Or 7 luminosity of the sun at 1 AU. That would easily freeze this thing up. But now, because it's a cold star, it makes the starlight's different as well, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, this should, in theory, just freeze. So, if I put it to 0 degrees, that should really get cold fast from the star's coldness, however you want to call it. So, let's just turn that off. I do want to readjust the colour. I want to make it a little more blue, so star colour. So, there you go. So, just a tad more blue, because obviously this completely changes depending on your star. So, you could have a green cold star, but it doesn't actually appear green whatsoever, which is pretty weird. So, yeah, I just want a nice just shade of blue, something like that. So, that makes Pascal very blue looking now, so... Right, so this is just all freeze now. Completely all freeze up. Or if I just leave it on, if I just put it to white. Actually, what I could do is just have it like that. So it's a little more normal. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I mean, the star's still nice and blue. So looking good. Right, so yeah, this should just freeze up really fast. So we'll speed up time really fast. We'll see how low it goes. But yeah, so orbits, can we have, oh no, Pascal's blacked out, isn't it? Let's just quickly give it its special green back. I don't know why it keeps deleting my trail colours when I save them, but yeah, there you go. Right. So this should just get ultra cold, surely. So let's just speed up. There you go. So it goes all the way to -273 in orbit. And it still looks like it has liquid oceans on it. How does that work? They look pretty... They've still got the blue on it. Surely they would have frozen by now. That's pretty weird. If I put it to 50, that doesn't really do anything. So yeah, -270. So that's completely frozen up now. So where's that button that freezes all? Maybe if I add and remove water, no. This is a bit of experimentation today as well, because yeah, I don't fully get how these cold stars work yet, because I've never used them. I kind of forgot they were in the game, honestly, but it's cool to see them freeze. Okay, so that's what it should look like frozen. So that's how it's gonna look now. That it's never gonna melt from that. So that's what Pascal was stuck like. So it's frozen up Pascal now. So that's still in orbit. Okay, so that's our first planet in here. So let's see what we have got next. So orbits, labels. Okay, I do want to try and get some sort of brown dwarf in here as well, just to try and warm a few things up to get a colonized world in or something. I think that could be quite cool. So what we're going to put next around Cold Star? Ooh, I don't know. Ooh, I kind of want to try Hyper out. Let's place this in closer. Let's put it there. Okay, here we go. Right. So this is the gas giant texture with a atmosphere on it. So at least it still works. It's just the tint underneath doesn't work anymore. Surface layer, appearance, colours. Does that just turn it to a rocky planet? What did I just do there? Oh, it still looks pretty weird underneath, so that's what it looks like. Does this do anything? So I know it's still a gas giant texture, so I can have it any colour I want then, but if I put it back to default, you get the gas giant bands back, which looks cooler. So I'll put city lights on it as well. Lights on, yes please. If we can put those to normal. They're quite dimmed out now, actually. Where are they? White lights. Lights, are you there? No? Doesn't look like they want to show up. Where do they go? Come on. No, they're not there. But the Earth lights do work. That's weird how that happens. But yeah, there you go. So it's got the weird Earth city lights going on. Pretty cool stuff indeed. So you can change the colour of those. They still appear slightly yellow, even though this planet doesn't have a tint anymore. Look how weird it looks. Yeah, I'll leave those switched off for now, since the city lights are really buggy at the moment. So there you go. So that's got its good old green back on it. So this should also get, yeah, minus 270. Now it'll just keep freezing up, won't it? Oh, hang on, I just saw the city lights back. What is going on here? Oh, that is peculiar. The city lights are there now, but they're not even switched on. What? Wait, off. Bad. Stay off. And then we'll put them back to... Okay, I'll leave them on just that if they ever show up, but that was weird. But yeah, there you go. What is that lava area all about? It's getting cold here. I don't know. That's weird. We'll just let that do its thing for the time being, though. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool how that world still works in some way. So, alright, interface. We'll just give it a greener shade, I guess, as well. So there we are. Right. So what next? I'm thinking maybe a couple worlds closer. I mean, they all have to be cold because we don't have another option. So I'm going to put my custom Iris in, and then we'll put that new Sedna we got recently from Mad Planet Guy in here as well. So we'll put that close. So these worlds will be getting super, super cold in orbit of a star like that. So, right, how's Iris doing? Don't know why it should be frozen. Iris, you should be frozen. Why are you not frozen? Right. Freeze it there. That's how you should look, Iris. Stop doing all that weird stuff. So there you go. So that's all frozen up. Minus 270 already. And there you go, that is a custom Iris in here now with that blue starlight, making it look pretty cyan in colour there. So custom Iris. Then Sedna over here, the new one that Mad Planet gave us. This one is cool. Here it is. It's looking very blue though with the starlight. Oh yes, look at that. Right. So yeah, again, you're just gonna get colder and colder as well. So we can see the temperature's getting colder, minus 184, 85, and that's just gonna go all the way to minus 270. So looking good. That's in orbit of our cold star as well. So there we go. So custom Sedna inputted in. Right. I want to try and put something even closer. You know, like those gas giants that are usually really close to their stars, and they're always losing material, like puffy planets, or I think they're called, or whatever. Let's put a planet really close to the star itself and just see if it does anything. So I'm thinking if we're around a cold star, we've got to bring back Cold Deluxe, I think. So we're going to place that fairly close. I mean, this is quite a large gas giant, so let's place it there. It looks like it may upset the rest of the system, so we are going to have to change its mass down a bit. So 12 Jupiters, way too overkill. We're going to lower that down a lot more. So it'll be more like a Earth. So let's go... Okay, I'll make it around the mass of Uranus or Neptune, around 15 Earths. So if we compare that to... Neptune is 17, Uranus is 14.5, I believe. Yeah, 14.5, Neptune is 17.1. Okay, close enough. So, yeah, that's roughly in between Uranus and Neptune size now. So here it is. Looking good as always. Oh, I saw temperature there. That was weird. Why is it doing that? And it looks like it's freezing, and it's completely frozen up now. Right, so there you go. Looks awesome, though. Good old Cold Deluxe there. That's in orbit of a cold star. And it's already pre-built for us, so we don't really have to edit it in any way. But let's just see, is it... I could try and tidally lock it, maybe. That could be quite interesting. Or make it like Uranus, actually. So... Flip it on its side, so as it orbits, one side, the green side goes into the night side, and the purple side will be in the daytime once it rotates around. So we just let it go. There you go. So the green area will disappear into the darkness. This area will be in the light, and then it will just keep repeating. So that will be on its side like that. And then what we'll do as well, let's give it some rotational period. So why is it 1 month? That's quite slow. So what we'll do is hours. We'll make it spin fairly fast. So how long does Uranus take? Is it around 14 hours? I'm not sure. I know Jupiter's about 10. What's Uranus's rotation? Oh, I forgot we got the new Uranus in the game. That's cool. Right, Uranus is 17 hours. Okay, so it's a little faster than Uranus. Okay, and what about good old Neps? What's good old Neptune? So Neptune is 16. Okay, so this is faster than Uranus and Neptune now for rotational. So there you go. So that'll just be just chilling close to the star there. So awesome stuff indeed. So yeah, cold deluxe back in the system there. So looking good. Right, so that's our system now. So we've got a nice lineup of a few objects in here, all different sort of orbit sizes and stuff as well, making it look pretty cool. Right, now what do we want to do? So moving on. What else could we add? Just trying to think. I do want to try and sort of get some warm object in here. So I'm just trying to think, could we do tidal heating, or could we do... Or we could try brown dwarf, or maybe a tiny little red dwarf, actually. A sister star red dwarf. And I've also... Oh, actually, looking at the competition objects as well, I kept some of the ones. The Epsilon, for instance, down you see here. I can't remember who made this one. I think it was Stuck in 2D who built this. But I'm going to place it in. We're going to place it in somewhere. So, where are we? Let's make it further out. We'll actually have it as a proper sort of distant iced world over here. So, let's place it here. Okay, here we go. Oh, we could use one of the gasser worlds. We could have a brown dwarf. Or one of the custom brown dwarfs. So, we think the green one, the cyan, the blue. If I just search gasser. There we go. So, they're all here. I think we have used the green one. I think we used the blue and the green one recently. So what other colours could we use? We've got these other ones. What about the cyan? How does that look? Place that even further out just for now. So how does this one look? So that's just going to glow hot. Yeah, like a brown dwarf really. So can we add any more bands to it? Does that make it look any different? That change the colour of it? Huh. Okay, I'll leave that there for now. Right, so over here, for instance, here's this beautiful looking Epsilon. So let's go ahead and head over here. Oh yes. This one is such a beauty. I love it. Look at that. Such a good looking object, that. And with the starlight as well, makes it look pretty cool as well. I mean, if we look it to normal mode, that's what it looks like normally, but with the starlight, makes it look even more blue. So it's already tilted on its side, set up for us on the distant edges of this system. So yeah, since it's a cold star system, I think we're going to need a lot of ice giants in here. So we're going to have a big wide list of different ice giants. I think what we've got to do as well is we have to have the new banded objects in here. So let's go with, for instance, the new Neptune. We're going to place that in fairly far out. I mean, where are we? So 7 AU. So Neptune would normally be around 20 AU in our solar system, wouldn't it? So around here, I think. So I'm going to place it there. Epsilon, I'll give you a little further boost. So you are currently... How far away are you? Okay, so far... Because this is relatively Jupiter distance from the star then. Okay, so that's relatively where Jupiter is. So... I guess we need a sort of Saturn and Uranus equivalent. So we could go with the custom Uranus as well. Place that in here. Actually, I'll put that quite close. Yes, we're going to do that on its. Let's have it on quite an extreme orbit for good old Uranus. And then trying to think, maybe one of the other deluxe objects. Maybe I'm not sure. Could go with the Pastel Deluxe. Let's try Pastel Deluxe as well. Let's put that in here. And then this object Gigaman made here. This one's very nice. I'm going to place that in a little further away than Neptune. And then we've also got some more. I wouldn't mind trying to sneak in one of those. I'm thinking the green gasser. Again, that is one of my favourite ones. So this is a brown dwarf, remember. So let's try and sneak that in here. So hopefully that will... Oh, hang on. What's going on here? Oh, Pastel Deluxe. I didn't see you. Your trail's gone all funny. Right, so... What's going on? Let's just delete that for now. Right, so that... Is this going to orbit the star, please? There you go. Okay, so there it is. Right. Let's just make sure it all functions before I start adding more stuff in. So... Oh. Come on, go faster. Okay, there you go. Actually, before we make this simulation speed up and blow up, let's actually save it. So let's call it Cold Star System. Like so. Looking good. Get that all saved in. Right, so now I want to see if that brown dwarf can hold its orbit without messing anything up. So there we go. So that's all spinning around fine in the centre. They're all perfect. Brown dwarf, right. Gasser green. I want to see if that upsets any of the orbits. I think it should be all right because it's only 14 Jupiters and it's fairly far. I mean, the star's 1.5 suns. That should be okay. It's not upsetting Neptune or Bolly, the other one out there. So, okay, that's fine. Okay, that looks good. None of the orbits are shaking, so... Or there may be tiny bits of shaking, I think, but nothing severe. So, there we are. Right, so Gasser Green, how you doing? So, brown dwarf, always nice to get one of those in. Looking great as always. Good old green. An old object now, actually. And this one's a couple of years old, I think. So, there it is. Good old brown dwarf. Right, so how are we doing? Oh, it looks so good. I love the emerald sort of green it has. It's beauty. Right. Well, actually, no. I do want to try and use that cyan. I'm thinking I want to try and keep with the theme of the cold coloured looking stars. So I'm thinking a nice cyan. I'm going to place that in instead, and then we're going to delete the green one. Because we did use the green one recently, so I do want to try and use this. 78 Jupiters, on the other hand, is a big no-no, so we're going to go back to 14. Play. Okay, so that's going to warm up. Okay, that is not what we want to do, so auto-orbit, please. Thank you very much. Right, so just comparing it again, though, I need to make sure the mass on it was correct. So if I just place the green one out here, so the green, we know the green one worked, so this one had 14.9. So if I put this one at 14, yeah, that shouldn't be any issues. So there we are. Yeah, there it is. So, brown dwarf, but blue. Really cool indeed. Can we change any of these? Or if we change the colours, it makes it glow a different colour as well. Oh, yeah, look at that. Add in more bands doesn't appear to do anything, so just remove those. Oh. No, remove. What if I just have... Does this do anything? Oh. Oh, no way. Look how cool that is. So some colours show up through it. This object, I believe, is tinted. So that's why it's glowing blue like that. But oh, look at that. Oh. What does it look like if I turn it off? 0. Oh, okay. So it's a highly reflective gas giant already. And then when you let it heal up, it does that. Oh, that's cool. Look, so we can have a little few bands on it. So we put it as red. So the colours that don't mix with the... so blue, any blues won't work for obvious reasons because it's already tinted blue. But any of the warm colours, like yellow, reds and yellows, oranges, they show up cool. So I just leave it on red. That is cool. And the blue sort of glow it's emitting as well. How cool is that? So gas is cyan. It's got a few green bands on it. But on the whole, I mean, that is... If I put it on its side as well, how about that? So then you see that behind it? Or do I pull it up like normal and have it... No, I think it looks better like that, actually. Does this have any zone or anything? I don't think it does. But it looks great. Look at that. Loving it. Right. It's a good old gas of cyan here. I don't think we've ever used this in a system. This has got to have some worlds around it. It just has to. Right. So what are we thinking? Back to the main list of objects here. Let's try Cat M. This is one of my Planet Guys customs. I want to place this. I don't think I've ever used this one in the system either. There's so many objects I've never used. I mean, in systems, I'll just save them. So let's see how this object's working. Right, what's going on here? Still seems fairly... I can't remember what it originally looked like. I think that's looking fairly correct. Let's just quickly look on... I think the atmosphere is meant to be more blue, but I think it may just be to our star colour. Oh, no, it's actually purple. Okay. Right. So how are we looking? Obviously, it's going to be cold here. 12 degrees. That's obviously not going to last. If I put it to 50 quickly, does it have any... That's quite interesting what it's got on the north there. Huh. Okay, add water. It's just I want to hide the atmosphere. Okay, so that's what it looks like. That's it underneath. So the water colour is... Okay, so there is no water. Interesting. Okay, what's going on? That is peculiar, isn't it? Remove all the water, add water. Ah, okay. Oh, so this world isn't intended to have water then, I'm guessing, because the water doesn't do anything. So let's just keep the water off it. So what exactly is that light blue? Is that part of the elevation, or... It's definitely had some modding on it. Okay, so it was a modded... Yeah, okay. So let's just put that back in again. So yeah, we can't touch the colours on it, otherwise it will upsell it. So let's just place it back the way it's supposed to be. Delete that nonsense. There you go. Back in orbit. So you are orbiting... No, we don't want to do that. Right, and then auto-orbit. Thank you very much. There you go. Right, and then there it is. Looking good. So atmosphere, that's what... I think it looks better without the atmosphere, I have to say. So can we remove it? Clouds off, on... I like the clouds, but not the atmosphere. So what we can do actually is atmosphere colour. We can simply just... Oh, no, that... I don't know. Can we make it a lighter? See, I think it looks cooler without it. Can I just remove it? I mean, I don't think it will upset the surface. It's just atmosphere. No, surface, isn't it? Right, down here. And then I simply just need to put 0 in. There you go. And it doesn't upset it, so we can keep that awesome looking light blue shade on it. Yeah, and it glows at night time as well. This is modded, remember, so it's got those cool effects. Look at how cool that is. Oh, I love these old modded objects. I mean, so even in the newer versions of the game, the modded objects still function better, or they still function differently than normal objects. But there it is in normal lighting. So it's a lot of blue. The very glowing blue does look awesome. But yeah, with the starlight, it still keeps that shade as well. So there you go. Now, can I tidally lock it to our brown dwarf, I wonder? Tidally lock. Okay, so that should permanently be facing our Gasser green now. So if we have a look. Yes. Okay, there you go. So this side is always going to be facing the star. Or the brown dwarf, I should say. And then this object on the night side will always be facing away from our brown dwarf. God, that is an awesome looking... I love that. That is really cool. I'm so glad I found out you could have those little band colours in by just changing that single band. That is awesome. But yeah, there you go. So that is tidally locked. What a cool world that is. So nice to see the object returning for a video, because I think it was just from one of his systems, so hasn't been seen since. But yeah, it's cool. So let's go ahead and give it a nice trail colour there. So there we go. So that's in orbit of our cyan world. So that's actually what we need to do, actually. Let's pull it in its... let it rotate orbit around once more. We need to get a surface shot of this for sure. So let's just lower it down. We want to get both stars in the shot. Pause it there. That's fine. Thank you. Right, now let's head all the way down. Let's head in one of the glowing areas. Let's just head here. Land here. So we've got the glowing blue area. How cool is that? Right, and then turn that all off. Land down. Look up. There's our brown dwarf. Can we see the parent star itself? Oh. There you can. It is there. Just spotted it. It's very, very distant, very dim, because it's not emitting brightness from temperature, is it? So it's very, very dim in the night sky, but you can see the cold star. But yeah, you got our brown dwarf looking absolutely stunning right there. God, that'll give the green one a run for its money. I mean, that is a beauty. I mean, I don't know if I can... I don't want to mess this up, so actually I'm going to save quickly. So there you go. Replace, just in case. Let's have a little comparison with the green one next to it, because right, here's the green one. And we need to actually turn the temperature up on it because it's not active at the moment. So 2,000 degrees should do it. Which one of those do you think looks better? I mean, I've got to say, the cyan one does give it a run for its money. I think that does look really cool. There's the green one with higher temperature. So this one's at 2,000, that one's at 4,000. But yeah, there you go. I really, really do like this blue one. So, or cyan one. So yeah, there it is. Awesome looking object there. Let's turn all that back on. Orbits, please. Thank you. Right, awesome. So that's in there. I do want to add more objects around this, of course. Right. I do want to add more of those epsilons in here. So, unless we've got a whole look, so many of them now. Right. This has got to be one of my favourite ice giant exoplanets, I think. Let's put Demunix one in here as well. So I think at the moment, as of making this video, I believe he is leading the votes for the competition for these objects. So this is possibly our winner from the competition. So let's review his one over again. So here it is. Looking very nice indeed. Let's put it up on its... Let's give it quite a weird sort of tilt as well. There you go. That's how we're doing. And this one has got... This thing shouldn't have enough mass to upset the star. 45 Earths. Okay. That should be fine. I mean, brown dwarf is... Well, brown dwarf is 14 Jupiters. Yes, that's not going to be any effect on it. And then radius. How big is its radius? 40,000. I think that's actually a little bigger than the planet actually is. So let's actually just... I'll compare it with my custom one because I've done all the research. This is how large it should be. Okay, so it's fairly spot on actually. So 6.28, 6.38. Okay, so we'll just make it slightly smaller to 6.28. What mass? So this has 20. The mass doesn't really matter because I only ever do the radius when I make objects realistic in size. So yeah, that's fine. I'll leave it the way it is. Don't need to edit it. So there you go. It needs a custom trail though, so let's go ahead and add that in. Yes, please. Look at all the bands on that. Okay, you put a lot of work into it. Look at all that. Zooming down. Right. I'm surprised that menu opened so fast, actually. There you go. It's getting a nice one there. So there's one of our epsilons as well. So if we just get a lineup of all the objects so far now, look at all the ice giants we've got on here. I mean, there's the cold star itself, brown dwarf. They look great near each other. Wow, okay, and then onto the planets. We've got Bolly here. This is Gigaman's object. That's purple. We haven't actually visited that one yet. Then we've got Epsilon there. So that is Demunix one. Then we have this one here. I believe that's Tispol's one, or Stuck in 2D, however you want to call him. Then we've got Cold Deluxe. That's looking cool. Uranus, made by Bad Planet Guy in our recent video. We have the Neptune, made by Bad Planet Guy there as well. Oh, the ice giants look so gorgeous in here. Then we've got Hyper. I think that needs a larger size. Let's make it a little bigger for its gas giant status. So... something like that. So it's a small... Yeah, that's how I'm happy with that. And then we've got Mad Planet Guy's Cat M here. Looking great. We've got Pascal in here. Also, it's nice to sneak Pascal in. So there you go. Iris. And then we have the Sedna at the bottom there. So there we go. Got a cool list of objects so far. A lot of gas objects. But I think it looks great. So there we go. So I do want to head to this object next. So it's just turn off chart mode. Head all the way back out here. This one here. So Gigaman's object. So this is Bolly over here. I think it's from one of our old competitions or one of his systems he sent in. But yeah, here it is. Let's make it nice and purple. Get a nice trail for it. Chilling on the outer edges of the system here. So overall, I'm really liking the way this system's coming along here. I mean, it's a whole different experience not having any star temperature to warm up your objects. So Quite interesting stuff. But what I am thinking is, we have a star that emits light, but I think if we can try and get a moon of a planet to create temperature, we can have a planet colonized from temperature created from tidal forces. So I do want to try that. I'm thinking I've got to do it. I want to do it around Gasser. So I'm thinking maybe we could have the moon orbiting this, for instance. So it's going to have to be quite close because we need those tidal forces. So what are we thinking? Any template we want to build off? No. Not sure. I do want to get some sort of terraform world. But what about Thermia? This is one I've been very keen on using a lot recently. So, alright, we need to go to... this thing looks like it's too large in mass. So what's going on here? So 48 Earths. This has 0. Okay, that is way too big. Right. Where's this atmosphere gone? Oi, this should have a nice yellow atmosphere. Where are we? Atmosphere? Get that atmosphere back on. Where are we? Make it bigger. 1 ATM, please. There you go. That's what we want to see. Right. So that mass is ridiculous. Right, turn that off. We'll go to 1 Earth. Nice and simple. There you go. There you are. Right. Now, I want to make your orbit. So, we need to make you incline. I want to have it on quite a cool Uranus sort of type orbit. So, let's pull it. So, I want to make it so it lines up sort of where the planet tilt is. So, okay, almost there. Incline it a bit more. Something like that. There you go. Right. Now, we need to make it closer. 1.89. 22. Is that enough tidal forces? Play. Then slow it down a bit. Play. Okay, how are we doing? Right. Not often I do stuff with tidal forces, so this should be quite interesting. So, let's just see here. So, 0 degrees. I'm guessing it's going to get colder. Oh. Hang on. Oi, oi. That's warming up. It is warming up, and there is no stars in here to warm it. It's all from tidal forces. So where's that way? There's an area where we can see how it works. Is it this? No, here we go. It's this one here, isn't it? Fusion power 0, stellar power -5. So it's actually receiving negative temperature from the star. So -5. Atmosphere power has an atmosphere. I wonder if the atmosphere and it helps it get more heat from the star, or the higher your atmosphere pressure, the colder you get. I don't know how the atmosphere pressure would work. Is it better to have higher or lower atmosphere pressure around a cold star? I'm not sure. Because I'm thinking if you had higher atmosphere pressure, you're trying to keep in more temperature and stuff, wouldn't you? Like it's like Venus's atmosphere. Venus keeps in a lot more. It's got a higher pressure and all that. But would it get colder? I think I'm going to experiment with Venus in a minute. Actually, I do want to try that out. But yeah, for the meantime, tidal power, warming it up. So if we move it closer to the parent, so let's just move it. We don't want to crash into it, but let's move it closer. So if I move it a little closer, okay, there you go. Right, so back to surface. 0.4 and increasing. Right, so how are we doing now? 2.5. Okay, so let's just let it roll around a bit. Let's just see how high we can actually go. Okay, so it's sitting around 2 degrees, 3 degrees, still warming up. Can we pull it to 10? Can it survive at 10? It is still warming up from 10. Awesome. Okay, 50. Still warming up from 50. Okay, that's a little concerning. It's actually getting too hot now, so let's actually double. Orbital period, ×2. Okay, how are we going to cope from that? So that should easily start cooling down, you'd think. No, it's still warming up. Oh my god, okay, tidal force has got some real power going on here, right. Come on. I don't want it going too high. I mean, I hopefully want it around 30. Come on. Please decrease. Okay, so it's cooling down. Does it warm up from 0? No, it doesn't. Okay, so we actually need to go closer. It's going to be quite hard finding the sweet spot here. Okay, so let's put it down to 1.5 days. Now let's see if it copes. So that's going to warm up again. Okay, 30 degrees. Can you hold 30 degrees? I'm hoping it will cool down. Come on, cool down. You know you want to. No, it's increasing again. Ooh, this is going to be tricky. So it won't do 1.5. Let's do 1.75. Oh, no. 1.75. Okay, a little further, are we? So you've got to be very precise with these temperatures. Okay, so now it's cooling down. And it still warms up from 0. Yes. Okay, 10 degrees. Please warm up. If it warms up between 10 and goes below 30... Come on, warm up. Please warm up. If it warms up, we're good. Come on. Please. It's sticking at 10. Come on. Just a little more. I mean, it's sticking relatively fine at 10. I mean, that's good. 5 degrees. Oh, it's warming up from 5. Okay. Oh, no, it's hanging on. Okay. Sticking around 5? Yeah. 6 degrees? Can you hold 6? So it does warm up. Okay, so it's very little tidal power. It's just retaining it at wherever I pull it by the looks of it. So if I put it to 20, I'm guessing this should cool down. It shouldn't increase, should it? Come on. Okay, so that does cool down. So I'll put it at 10. It seems to be quite comfortable around 10. 9. Yeah, so that I think that's all right. We can work on it now. Right, so zooming in onto the planet itself. What we're going to do is, since the parent is rotating on its side, so let's just try and, actually what I can do is I can just reline the planet a bit just to match the orbit. There you go. Right, and then what I'm going to do with you as well, we're also going to have you tilted on your side. And actually, since we're so close to the planet, theoretically, I'm guessing this would probably be tidally locked, I reckon. So, same face is always going to face the parent planet. Play. Yes, there you go. Right. Now, onto the customization. So let's actually have a little look on this world. So this is actually working. It's getting temperature from tidal forces. So that's what it looks like underneath. We've got to have lights on it, surely. Are they operational? Always. Yes, right. Does the other my lights work? Yes, they do. Okay. Good, good. Yes, right. Now, the colour needs to change. I'm not a fan of its surface or appearance at the moment. So, high elevation, right. So this is our base colour. What do we want? What about a nice... Can I have green? Ooh. I want to make it like a giant forest-like world or something. So something that's actually looking quite colonised. So, does it have water? I'm guessing water would probably ruin it. It would just flood it, wouldn't it? No? Okay, so yeah, water would just flood it. So yeah, we don't want any of that nonsense. Play. Okay, so I have a little bit of water on it just so it gets the stats. But, right. So don't need to change the liquid water. Cloud colour, right. What do we want? Green, blue. Nice shade of blue. Looking good. And then, atmosphere, I'm thinking it's got to be different as well. Light cyan, a deeper blue. Oh, deeper blue. Oh, yes. Deeper blue with a green underneath. Oh, yes. Come on. Let's make it a darker sort of green so it's not too, like, in your face. Nice blue clouds. City lights as well. Let's try and get those a little bigger. Like, let's get some nice big chunks of lights. Come on. So it is tidally locked, remember. So one face is always facing the planet. So here we go. There's a nice patch of lights. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's all right. Okay. Oh, there. I want more. Come on. Give me more than that. Oh, there was one I just missed. It had loads on it. No. Come on. If I input, like, a random number. Oh, there you go. 3,000 gives you quite good. 4,000? 4,000. Big patch there. About 5,000. No. 6,000. If I can remember a number it's good every single time, then I don't have to keep pressing the random button. Just put random numbers in and see if we get anything good. Lights I want as white, I think. Yep. Oh, blue. Oh, no, blue. It's got to go. It matches the atmosphere as well. Yes. Oh, that's got a nice patch there. I mean, we can only see half of the object because the other lights would be not visible at the moment. Okay, I'm just gonna stick with that. It's got a nice patch on it. There you go. Cool. So let's see any more lights that appear as it goes into the night time. Yeah, there's some there. But yeah, overall, I'm very happy with the way Fermia's turned out now. It's completely different to its original state, but it does look good. So we can see the star colour is actually making it... I think that's... Let's just get rid of the water. Yeah, we don't want that. There you go. Leave it the way it is. So there you go. So nice dark green shade. Hattable. 9 degrees. What else could you ask for? It's very heavy on iron as well. That's 51 and 19. So it's got stats and life likelihood. There's not a single star warming it up. It's all from Tidal. How? That is awesome. And it's in orbit of a brown dwarf. Look at that. Hey. So does it? So yeah, it doesn't receive any stellar power, does it? Because it's all from... So here we go. So energy absorption rate. No, we want to open that. A heating rate. No. It's... How do you view it? It's nice. Is it composition? No. There's this button here. I keep forgetting that button. So atmosphere power. It's tidal power. It's all from there. And then stellar power is -5. So if we compare that to objects further out in the system, so over here, so Neptune, your stellar power is... Oh, I clicked it. Come on. You going to travel over? Oh, it's probably because it's got a lot of bands on it. It's taking its time. So Neptune's stellar power. Minus 25. Interesting. And then Bolly over here. What's this one? So we're going from minus 25 at Neptune to minus... where are we? Instead of minus... Okay, so that's completely different to Neptune's one. Interesting. What about a planet closer? So Epsilon over here. So that's minus 0.122. This one is... Okay, interesting. It's very weird how these cold stars work, isn't it? Right, there you go. But now we've got all this planet set up. Gonna land on it. Loving the blue atmosphere on it, right? And then all the way down. Look up. Parent brown dwarf. Parent planet in the sky as well. Oh, yes. And then our blue star. I cannot actually spot it. It's that far away. There's another object over there. Where is the star itself? Labels. Cold star is there. Oh my god. You just... Good luck spotting that normally. Look how it's there. Look how hard that would be to spot. If you just look where it is at the moment. Would you ever spot that? I don't think I'd ever would unless I drag my mouse over it. Wowee. Okay. But yeah, there we go. So there is Firmia now in orbit of this Epsilon here. So that is a beautiful, beautiful, nice look. Let's also give it a trail so it doesn't get lost. Very happy with the way it works. This is interesting though, isn't it? How this works. All from the Tidal stuff. So now we've done that, I'm interested. I definitely want to try and get another Tidal object in somewhere. Like a normal with oceans. I want to get oceans and stuff on it. So yeah, there we go. That is all of that done. Okay, good, good. Right, and let's we'll sneak in one more object before we finish up today. So I think I'll save our Earth-like worlds for next episode. So right, what are we thinking? Last object to add in. I do want to sneak a red dwarf, or do I? Or maybe a binary, maybe a second cold star, a red dwarf cold star. So, for instance, if I get Proxima, that's always a nice one to use. I'm going to place Proxima out here. Or do I, no, I don't want to interrupt him with the orbit, so I'm going to place Proxima here. There you go. Right. And this will be our second cold star. So what I'm going to do is just straight away, that. Very, very dark here. Okay, right. Because it's so low in temperature normally that it hasn't even... So turn that off. So we actually need to put this to, I don't know, 4,000 maybe? No? Don't want to do it? Okay, what if I make it a cold star now? I just need it so it keeps its... Why is it so dark? What? Okay, I guess I'll use a brighter star. Let's go with the sun. Oh, hang on. There's nothing there, is there? Right, let's do that again. Let's just put back onto this one. Sun. Do not want it creating any binaries, though, so let's just halve the sun once we get it cold star. So, right, here we go. Cold star, there you go. That's what it should be looking like, not what Proxima was doing all dim like that. And we're going to half that. No, not that one. Well, we want to half that one. There you go. Okay, so it's the mass that makes it dimmer. Interesting. Right. So this is an ultra cold star. So how's that? Because that's 1.5. This is 1 sun. Okay, so I guess I'll just make it... I just have to make it really far away. Play. So, auto orbit. No, I don't want that. I do not want it interrupting the orbits. Little further, maybe. Nah, it doesn't look like it wants to... It has to be smaller in mass. That's the problem. And the parent star isn't big enough. Oh, look at that list of objects. That's cool. Look how Cat M looks. That is cool with that glow on it. I have to see if I can find any more cool modded objects that are like that, maybe. But yeah, there we go. So you guys let me know. Should I add a normal red dwarf or should I try and add a cold red dwarf? And let me know down below in the comments. But yeah, other than that, yeah, we'll leave that. We'll leave the system like this then. Okay, so yeah, that doesn't work. I did want to add one more in, but yeah, that hasn't worked. So yeah, I'll finish off here for today, guys. So yeah, if you've got any feedback for this system, and this is a whole new experience making a system with a cold star. You have to do things a lot differently with trying to get your planets to be colonized and stuff. So yeah, that is our system so far, though. So it's just a lineup of them all, though. So we've got cold star, gaseous cyan here, the only object with high temperature in the system. And then we've got all of the other objects here, all looking very nice indeed. So there we go. There's our new moon, Firmia here, looking good. Very happy with the way that... look how many lights it's got on it now. Look at that. Yes. And then, yeah, there you go. So there is the full lineup. But yeah, that all said and done, guys. A massive thank you for watching. Yeah, like I said, any feedback, tips and stuff you got for me, let me know down below in the comments. And yeah, let's see if we can go for 30 likes a day for the cold star system, guys. I know a lot of people are looking forward to this one. Yeah, I've been looking forward to making it as well. But yeah, I'm loving it. So really, really cool stuff there. And yeah, also make sure to subscribe if you're new. Helps on the journey to 19,000 subscribers as well, guys. And yeah, that all said and done, make sure you guys all have a great day. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.